فاطمة زهراء.
Yes.
Yes, okay, honey. Yes. So after that, so the first step, like as I told you, to find a place of ground, and as I told you, some old women, they can't even move from their bed. They used to use their blankets and their mattresses and their bed covers because they were dusty. They can just use it to perform. They use them to perform tayammum. At the beginning, I thought that it was totally wrong, but then I googled it and I found that some scholars said, okay, as long as they're dusty, like, and dust comes from where? Dust comes from earth. Dust comes from earth, so they said it's okay. That's why I know that why old women used to do that in the past. And what else? Remove any finger, like any rings from your finger. And what else? Like make it niyyah, like you have to have intention. Like you do this for the intention, in the intention of making wudu or tayammum, and then recite, say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Like, so you have to have intention. Intention is in your mind, is your heart. The heart is the place of intention. So you have to make the intention, and after that you can say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the same you do in wudu. Here we have the differences. Some scholars said, like, you have to place your hands on the surface of the ground, hit the surface of the ground once, one time only, and then like raise your hands horizontally. You see, raise your hands like, horizontally, and just, make sure that they don't have any dust. Like, shake them in order not to make sure that they don't have any dust. And then, rub your face. Rub your face with your hand, your face, all your face, starting from the forehead, from like the first left ear till the right ear, from the left ear till the right ear, and from the forehead till the chin. Make sure that you like rubbed all your face. And then, like, rub your first hand with the internal part of your palm, with your palm. Rub your, right hand, and then rub your, left hand. Only this, hands and your face and your hand only. Okay, this is the first way, or this is one of the ways that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us. Other people on other videos said that you have to hit the ground twice. The first time, hit the ground, and then raise your hand, rub your face, all your face. Again, it's the same as the first way, and then again, hit the ground again for the second time and say Allahu Akbar, and then the second time, rub your hand from your hand till your elbow. So this is the point of view of Malikiyya, al-Maliki, al-Imam Malik. Al-Imam Malik said that you can just, hit the ground twice. The first time, rub your face, and then hit the ground again. And this time, like, rub your hands till your arm. I mean, like, till your elbow, the same as in wudu. But what we truly know about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and almost all other imams like Hanifa, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Imam Shafi'i, they said, like, you don't have to do this, like just your face and your hand, and just one time only. Just one time only. Okay, honey? So is the best for you or the easiest for everyone? Like, first of all, like, make sure that the sand, whatever it's sand or rock or even, dust, or dust, clean. Then you have to have intention. Then you have to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and then you have to hit the ground twice with your hands, like here, like this one, like here, this one. This one, he's rubbing his hand, like this one. Use the internal, his palm to rub his first hand, and so on. So like this one, like hit the ground once, and then make sure that they don't have any dust. Then, like, I mean, shake them in order to make sure that they don't have any dust. I mean, like, especially in sand, you are not supposed to put sand in your eyes. It will be very painful. Okay, so then rub your face, all of it, all your face, from, like, from your hair, I mean, like the beginning of your hair, from in your forehead till your chin, and then from your left ear till your right ear. Okay, and then rub your hands like this one, like this man does. Like, use the internal part of your hand to rub your head, your hand till the wrist, and do the same with the second hand. Only this. Other people, or Imam Malik said, you have to hit the ground twice. The first one, rub your face. Second one, rub your hand till the elbow. Till the elbow. Both of them are okay. Like, both versions are okay. But just, the first one till the wrist is like the more recommended one. the more recommended one. You see this one? So here we have like the way of performing tayammum. Why tayammum is mentioned in the Holy Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in the Holy Quran. Like I said, it was a very long ayah. It's about, like how to perform wudu. And then after, in details, like before prayer, we have to wash our faces, our hands, for arms, till our elbows, and rub our, our heads, and wash our feet till the ankles. So after that, the ayah, the verse, and indicated why should we have wudu, especially if it's complete wudu, which is al-ghusl, in that case, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that. And after that, he said, in the ayah, Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا مَاءً, if you find no water, then perform تمام فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا. فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned your face and your hands. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say your arms. And in wudu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that your arms, your hands, forearms up to, yeah. But I mean here, like, some people use that, and even Prophet hadith to say our faces and our hands only. Yes. And so the dust has to be clean, and we have to have the intention, and we have to say the basmala. And even after wudu, we can say the same, prayer we say after wudu. اللهم اجعلني من من المتطهرين. اللهم اجعلني من المتطهرين, And then here we have this one. Like here we have this one, hitting the ground, and then rubbing your face, and then using your hand to, rub the external part of the left hand, right hand, and then use the left hand to rub your right hand. Yes, when tayammum is invalid or invalidated, everything that invalidates wudu invalidates tayammum. What does invalidate wudu? Which things invalidate wudu? Invalidates wudu. Do you know? Usually speaking, we perform wudu, as I told you, to make sure that you are purified, psychologically speaking, and physically speaking, we're clean and pure and ready to perform a prayer, right? So what invalidates wudu? We have urination, and we have defecation, we have anything that goes out of our bodies. I mean, like the waste of our food, and breaking wind, like farting, and deep sleeping, when people like sleep deeply. Concerning light sleep, scholars disagreed. Some people say that if you were standing, up while sleeping, for sure it doesn't, invalidate your wudu. But if you were lying down, it invalidates your wudu. Some people say that if you were focusing, aware of what happened while you had light sleep, but you're hearing people speak and you're aware what they're saying, in that case it doesn't. But if you are not aware what people were saying while you were sleeping, in that case it invalidates your wudu. So some women go to the mosque to perform salat al-tarawih, and they fell asleep while sitting down. In that case, some people say that they have to perform wudu again. Other people say no, because they were sitting down, they were not lying down. So concerning light sleep, they have disagreement. But for sure, deep sleep for sure invalidates wudu. Light bleeding, when someone starts bleeding from any part, like in that case, it also invalidates wudu. Vomiting, it invalidates wudu. Fainting, for sure, because it's the same as sleeping, invalidates wudu. Having, for sure, in like any kind of intercourse, it is invalidates wudu. And some scholars said, if somebody, especially Abu Hanifa, like he said, if you laugh during prayer, your prayer is invalidated, and also your wudu. So is your wudu. So according to Abu Hanifa, because laughing during prayer is like, a sign of disrespect. So in that case, the punishment should be severe. So Abu Hanifa said, if someone laughs loudly during prayer, this person has to like perform wudu again. So in that case, perform tayammum again. All, like not only Abu Hanifa, all scholars, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and Imam Abu Hanifa said that laughing during prayer, entails the people to not only to repeat their prayer, also to repeat their wudu from the very beginning. And some they differed concerning smiling. Some scholars said even smiling during prayer is not allowed, and it entails them, other people, to perform prayer again and perform tayammum again or perform wudu again. Other people say that no, smiling is not the same as laughing. Laughing means that you're not even caring about what you're doing. You're not paying attention. You don't have khushu'ah. You see this one? So here we have this one. What invalidates tayammum? As I told you, urination, defecation, breaking wind, deep slide, deep sleep, light bleeding, vomiting, and laughing during prayer, according to all except Al-Shafi'i. Al-Shafi'i said no, it doesn't. Shafi'i said no, the one if one laughs loudly during prayer, this person has to repeat his prayer only, but not, he doesn't have to, he or she does not have to, repeat their wudu again. Al-Shafi'i like didn't see, a logical reason to oblige people to, repeat their wudu again. You see this one? And here, yeah. So this is the end of today's lesson. Before we end it, do you have any comments or any question concerning tayammum or fasting in general? Fatma, do you have any question concerning tayammum? Like, you have some question?
I have a question.
Okay, honey. Yes.
If there's no water at home
Yes.
because of some technical problem,
Mm-hmm.
and but actually there's still some water outside,
Mm-hmm. Okay, honey.
and it's
Yes.
just a bit far from home, but we just lazy to go outside looking for some water, and then we do tayammum and then sholah. Is it our tayammum and sholah accepted?
Okay, honey. What I get from your question that maybe there is no water at home, but water is there. There's water outside. So here we have it, like it depends. It depends on circumstances. If there is enough water outside and this water is really clean, and it's enough. I mean, like there is enough abundant water outside, and it is safe to get it. Safe. I mean, like it is not dangerous to get it. Let's say, like if there is water, but it is too far from you, and it will be dangerous for you to go and to bring water. In that case, you can use tayammum. Otherwise, no, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "إذا وجد الماء بطل التيمم." So if the water exists, if there is water, available water, sufficient water, and you can get this water in a safe way, it is not dangerous at all, and it is not too away from home. In that case, I mean, like you can just go and fetch it. In that case, it's better to have wudu, not tayammum. This is the safe side in order not to avoid any confusion. I mean, like, as I told you, some scholars might say if it is too away, like too far, it might take maybe, let's say, about more than 1 hour to go and drink water in order, sorry, to bring water. And you can just bring water once a day, I mean, one time a day, and make sure that this water is enough for your drinking, enough for your wudu, and don't overuse water. I mean, make sure that you need only 1 cup, like one big cup of water to perform wudu. You don't have to, like, people waste a lot of water, but it's enough to have like one cup of water. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't use a lot of water. So your question, honey, if the water is available and clean and safe and at hand, it is not too far. In that case, like, you're not supposed to have tayammum as long as you have water nearby, because for sure having water is better than tayammum. But if the water was not enough and it was not available, it was too far from your home. I mean, like, it would take a long time to go to fetch it and then return back and perform wudu, to the degree that you might not be able to pray on time. In that case, you can perform a tayammum in order not to lose your salah. You see, honey? So it depends on your judgment. I mean, like, you can just, you can judge it. If, like, if it's hard, like too hard for you, it is okay, it's hard, but it can be like, it's okay. I mean, like, it's hard, but it's, let's say, forgivable. You can just do it. Tolerable. It's bearable. So in that case, it's better to use water. Otherwise, you can perform a tayammum as long as you don't have water. In that case, offer, like, some people say that, what if it's, like, for example, like, if you go there, as I told you, it was hard, very hard, or hazardous, like it's dangerous. In that case, for sure, you don't have to bring water. You can use tayammum, and for your own safety. If you don't have enough water at all except for drinking, in that case, for sure, you can perform a tayammum. For sure. For sure you can perform a tayammum. The point is, like, does it have to be with the people who are lazy, or like people who don't like to go far? No, in that case, no. Like, I mean, as long as water is available and safe and so on, and it is not too far, it doesn't take a long time to bring it. In that case, you can use wudu instead of tayammum. Otherwise, tayammum is allowed. No problem. Yes, honey. Do you have any other question? Yes.
Thanks for the answer, sister.
Again, honey, what? Pardon?
No, thanks for the answer.
Okay, never mind, honey. Totally welcome. Like I depended on a lot of websites. I mean, like different websites. I didn't, in order to make sure what I'm saying is correct. So I hope that you understand Tayammum now. So just, it's really simple. Just, hit, make sure that the dust or sand or even blanket or even the wall, which is dusty, is clean. Hit it once. Rub your face first, and then rub your the external. You use your, left hand to, to rub your right hand, and then use your left hand to rub your right hand, and that's it. Now you're like you have tayammum, and tayammum you can use it as long as like you don't have water, no problem at all. But for sure, like we human beings like feel more clean when you use water. So if water is available, it's better to use water in order to avoid any doubts. Okay. Okay. So that's all for now. At the end,
Okay.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.